The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge. Special treat for our viewers this evening. The sports guy, Bill Simmons, is with us.
It's half of a special treat as Brent Barry is, but I'm going to do my best.
Brent Barry's pretty good,
He's
isn't he?
really good at stuff, yeah.
He reads you a lot.
Half a treat is better than the whole treat, right? I mean, come on.
Honored to be here.
And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Bucks' first All-Star since Michael Redd back in 2004. Now, the lefty Redd said, "I've never seen anybody like him. It's almost like he's from another planet. It won't be hard for him to attract talent here. I just want a ring when they get a ring." Kevin?
And the Bucks just one title back in 1971. DA, thank you. And the Bucks enjoying a brand new $500 million home. Bill, what will it mean, you think, for this franchise in Milwaukee?
I think it means it'll stay in Milwaukee. They won't go to Seattle, so I think that was a good thing. The big thing is Giannis. He's got a few years left, and they've got to build a winning team around him, or else it threatens to become a 2010 LeBron-Cleveland situation. I would say they have 2 years.
You love to compare eras and players.
Yes.
Who could you even think of that compares to Antetokounmpo?
Nobody. There's nobody. He needs to learn how to shoot. And when that happens, it's all over, and I don't know how you guard him. But I still think he was a year away from becoming the real MVP candidate that I think he's going to be this year.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. On the wings, Hield and Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in at the 1. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's the Bucks ball. Middleton for 3, hits the three-point bomb.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Three-pointer, and Buddy Hield gets the 3. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Henson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
And Sacramento has possession. Got a piece of it, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here is Bledsoe. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. In the corner, Middleton with it. Pass to Ilyasova. There's the triple. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA. Which team was the best ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the '86 Celtics were the best team. But the '86 Celtics were built, I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play. We're just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net, and they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the '86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the '86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the 0-1 Lakers, the second Lakers team. when Shaq and Kobe, they had won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did, and they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. So that would be my dark horse.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Bucks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Count the basket. And it's 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Bogdanovich passes to Cauley Stein. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
And Ilyasova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova a screen. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. The layup off target.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this. And that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Bagley sets a screen for Hield. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Milwaukee's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shots good by Middleton.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Pass to Bagley. Back to Hield. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. The 3. The rebound by Hield.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And the contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe at the elbow. Bledsoe against Fox. The 19-foot shot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Now here's Hield. 17 points for him last game against Atlanta. Cauley Stein dishes to Hield. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Hield's got 7 points.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Ilyasova with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Last game an incredible scoring display for him. Can't connect from 14 feet out. To the middle and stolen by Ilyasova. High post Henson. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the 3 ways of I'm getting to know you. What are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on. You know, I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in LA, I think CBS was only showing like 6 or 7 regular season games.
Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I could see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later.
It's amazing.
So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Well, a little bit each year. Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
First one falls for him.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The Bucks building the roster around length and athleticism, Bill. That was a key reason they drafted Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but I mean, I did that draft. He went 15th, and basically it looked like he was playing in the YMCA against ninth graders. We had no idea.
In the Greek League.
Yeah, after the lottery, you're throwing stuff against the wall. It was right around the right time to take him. I don't think they had any idea what they took. And also, he grew 3 inches after they took him.
It's amazing.
It is one of the most unbelievable draft picks in the history of the league. It really is. They drafted not just the best player in that draft at pick 15, but they drafted one of the franchise players of this decade with this flyer pick on this 6'9" dude from Greece, and was a success story even if he became an all-star. And it's gone way beyond that.
Well, free throw drops for Koufos. And he can't hit the second. Milwaukee leading by 6. It's stolen by Hield. And now Sacramento on the break. Kept alive by Sacramento. It's Bielitsa. They shoot again. A nice shot by Koufos.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one goes long. Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics. Koufos, the pass to Hield. Up top, Brogdon, covered by Hield. Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. It's deflected. Good on the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Kings trail by 6. There's a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. It's a little lazy about what it could be.
The Bucks making a switch here. Muhammad's checked in. Now here's Muhammad. Back to Dellavedova. Lopez a screen. That shot misses. And the Kings going the other way now. And you look at the talent level, Bill, for the Bucks, very high. Some people felt they underachieved last season. What do you think?
Well, they had some coaching issues, and by issues, I mean they barely had a coach. And this year they have addressed that and tried to get a more competent coach. But, you know, I think when you fire a coach midseason, then you bring in a new point guard midseason, you have a young player who's not quite ready to be a super-duper star yet. It was predictably rocky. I thought they should have beaten the Celtics in the first round. They just kind of weren't ready to do it yet, and they got out-coached.
Great analysis. Here's Bjelica. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 5 to shoot. From deep.
Great defense by Delhi, executing within the system and just competing.
Bucks leading by 6. Zeller, a screen on Fox. To the paint, off the screen, and that one's good. Brogdon.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the first. Healed against Brogdon. Randolph a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Healed. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Healed's got 9.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Heald had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
Dellavedova kicks to Muhammad. Pass to Lopez. And stolen by Kufis. Here's Fox. He shoots again. Heald can't hit.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
The pass to Dellavedova. Lopez a screen. Clock at 6. Dellavedova dishes to Lopez. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Bucks lead by 8.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about. But speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
That one is off.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds, and he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Sacramento making a switch here. Labissiere's checked in. And he sinks the second. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Lopez a screen. Fox with the steal. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
Like to see Fox with that fast, quick decision on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Dellavedova. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Brogdon. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
It felt like time was winding down, saw the opening, nailed the shot.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year. We spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice, even as a rookie. He was listening And I would listen to him, but he was actually, if I saw something as a point guard, he would actually listen to me and try it out the next play. And that's special. You don't have many guys at his status that are doing that.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. Being a sponge early on and Greg soaking up new ways to expand your game is important.
Kevin, no question at all. Plus, the humility. Knowing your teammates can help you grow. Easy to see why they love him in Milwaukee.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
On the floor for Sacramento. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Skal Labissiere. And it's Koufos in at the 5, down low. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Here's Dellavedova following the basket by Buddy Hield. And Kosta Koufos picks up a foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Bucks. John Henson comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a change for the Kings. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Hield. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Bogdanovic against Brogdon. Here's Lopez. Koufos grabs the miss. Koufos has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Labissiere, the pass to Fox. Over Bledsoe, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bucks leading by 9. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Bogdanovic following the score by John Henson. Now, here's Koufos. Lopez covering. Bogdanovic. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The shot by Brogdon wide open. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. Now here's Middleton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Passes it to Ilyasova. Just 4 to shoot. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Bogdanovic, no luck. Bucks leading by 10. Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. Now, listen, the world changes every decade.
I know.
And you got to change with it. And the reality is esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from that?
One shot.
The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator event, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
And that one falls for Cauley Stein. Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill, can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had a television and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all three of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it and try not falling off. It's impossible.
I'm sure
I've been there every step of the way. I am pro esports. Basketball, I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well, because there's just, not sound like an old guy, but so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does this.
My son
plays
can do
a game. I know it.
But I could have done it. I know you could have. I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 38-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He would really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living. We would have been fired up.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. So it's Sacramento. They trail by 7. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. This year, kicks to Fox. The dish to Cauley Stein. Milwaukee with the rebound. Benson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Middleton. Ilyasova's got his first points in this one. Bogdanovich dishes to Cauley Stein. Down low, Fox. Moves back up. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there. Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And how about the vision from Labissiere, easily spotting his teammate in a great spot.
They set the pick. Right side, Antetokounmpo. He gets it in there. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Now here's Labissiere. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble. Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Here's Bagley, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
But beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Well, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Skal Labissiere. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Antetokounmpo.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Here's Bogdanovich. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Randolph. Here's the lob to Randolph. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Middleton. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Cauley Stein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fox passes to Cauley Stein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades back. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now, here's Fox. 12 points for him. Stolen by Bledsoe. Kicks it down to Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And that's now 9 points for Chris Middleton. The Kings trail by 16. And here is Fox. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Zeller's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Heald's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Milwaukee on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Bledsoe. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. They get it back. It's tipped.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
They get a hand on it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Sacramento again missing. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Ilyasova. Bielitsa, he checks in for Sacramento. Pass to Zeller. The Bucks working the ball around. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Outside Randolph. Looking to end the run. And Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Shot by Zeller, no good. The Kings trail by 20. Pass to Bielitsa. Stolen by Middleton. Zeller passes to Bledsoe. Hield with it. He's got 11. Hield sets the pick for Randolph. And there's the pass to Fox. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Well, difficult to stay with and elusive. I guess you could say that Fox is sly.
Bledsoe kicks to Dellavedova. Picked by Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dellavedova, the pass to Zeller. Bledsoe for 3. Bagley with the rebound. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Randolph, good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Always has had such a nice, soft, deft touch. Randolph feels like he can score at will right now.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Zeller. Back to Antetokounmpo. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
You have the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
And here's Bledsoe following Zach Randolph's 3. But they'll get another chance. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Kings trail by 17. Heald kicks to Randolph. Over Zeller. Randolph can't hit.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Sacramento's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Heald outside. Outside for Randolph. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Over Bagley.
Able to guard multiple positions. Bagley's athleticism and speed helps a ton on this end.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 26 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. You think those are necessary things?
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might
I
have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Up front, you have Ilya Silva and Henson. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. There's a group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Yeah, there's good reason why Henson's a high percentage shooter. So many of his looks right there, right at the rim.
Fox passes to Bagley. Back to Fox. They set the pick. On the wing, Heald. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
The Kings trail by 14. To the paint. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Shoots from 14. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Healed against Middleton. Shoots it up. Healed, can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 12. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 28 points for the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Cauley-Stein a screen. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Bledsoe. Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Bogdanovich from 18 feet away. Healed, can't hit. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, an emphatic LU jam.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Timeout called by the Kings. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game. Standing, what, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. The one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Milwaukee.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Brogdon. Last season's performance for him averaged about 13 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
Now, here's Fox. 14 points for him. Bagley dishes to Fox. Puts up a 3, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Muhammad's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Kufis is checked in. Healed from outside. The shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Lopez, he's checked in for Henson. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And Lopez throws it down.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Yeah, it seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with possession here. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Ilyasova sets a screen for Muhammad. Sacramento grabs the miss. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Fox. Kings moving the ball around. Antetokounmpo against Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now here's Lopez. Here's Brogdon. Back to Lopez. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Bucks second.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Hield kicks to Fox. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
I just think he was completely focused there of making his way through contact to score the ball.
Willie Cauley-Stein, the 6th overall pick back in 2015. Brent, how do you evaluate his progress as an NBA player?
Well, I think it's been a tough situation in Sacramento with so much changeover in personnel, a coaching change as well. And he's still pretty raw offensively. He was drafted out of Kentucky as a defensive player, and that's so far where mostly his impact has been felt.
One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And here is Brogdon following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Baseline J on the way.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And Muhammad kicks to Lopez. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Trying to get open is Bogdanovic. A nice shot by Kufis.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Muhammad on the wing, covered by Hield. Muhammad, no luck. The Kings trail by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Fox, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
He can play very well away from the basket. Lopez has the kind of range that not many 7-footers possess, and it's a great asset for a big man in today's game.
Here's Hield following the basket by Brook Lopez. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Milwaukee with the ball. Bucks leading by 12. To the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side of the ball.
Fox against Brogdon. And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, it just looked like, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but just never comfortable in this game. And the line certainly is one of those places where that could show up.
And the Bucks with some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Muhammad. Sacramento also making some changes. Randolph comes in for Cauley Stein. And Bielitsa in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He has 30. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his three-point shot.
Dellavedova with the ball, covered by Hield. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. 32 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Kings trail by 10. Outside Bogdanovich. Another three for Sacramento.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Milwaukee's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
Antetokounmpo going to work now. These types of shots are pretty much in his range.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Koufos. In the corner, Randolph with it. The three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee leading by 9.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not. But they have the flexibility, and they've added to this roster with some young talent, and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
The Kings have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
The first free throw is good. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing you go back to is his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on the front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
Here's Hield following the basket by Chris Middleton. Bielitsa passes to Koufos. That's a 2 from Hield. And Kosta Koufos picks up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Sacramento making a switch here. Labissiere's checked in. Bucks leading by 10. And here is Zeller. There's the pick. He kicks to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. Lopez, a screen on Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6.
Hard to guess what Brogdon is going to do, but I love the control he plays with, especially in the screen and roll game.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And here are the Kings now, a 12-point game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Kings. The Kings trail by 12. Hield with it. He's got 19. The pass to Randolph. Back to Hield. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Savvy veteran skills there from Zach Randolph. Has a good sense of when his teammates can get off those clean looks.
Pick by Zeller. Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. the screen, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Scalabissiere.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you in transition. He's at the rim in 2 dribbles.
Find the lanes.
Tough to stop that
One
kid.
shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
But once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
First free throw is good. The Memphis Grizzlies, going into last season, retired Zach Randolph's number 50. Brent, talk about what he meant to that franchise and what it meant to him.
Well, he was just such a perfect fit for the idea of the grit and the grind and the mentality that the Memphis team had through the years with Dave Yeager as the coach and the kind of playoff success that they had. Perfect in the style, perfect in his personality, perfect in his professionalism, and there's a reason why number 50 hangs up in Memphis. Zach Randolph, a true pro.
Lock at 6. Shots good by Bledsoe.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Bielitsa. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets it to go.
Well, all the length coming into play for Labissiere.
Bucks leading by 11. Bledsoe kicks to Zeller. To the paint. It's tipped. From 18 feet away. The shot no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Labissiere. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
It's his first trip to the line.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Henson. Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Kings trail by 12. It's Bielitsa. Misses off the right iron. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Bledsoe. Lays it up off the glass. Bledsoe's got 6.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento. Zach Randolph is out there with Labissiere. Then it's Heel. Then it's Bagley. And it's Bialica in at the 2 spot.
Bledsoe, so athletic and so explosive. He just continues to get better in a lot of areas out on the floor.
Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they'd get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Here's Bagley. Rebound, Milwaukee. Zeller's got 6 rebounds in the game. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. That's tipped. Bagley kicks to Fox. At the elbow, Labissiere. To the inside. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Labissiere. Labissiere's got 3 assists now in this one. Antetokounmpo passes to Zeller to the middle. Here's Bledsoe. Henson trying to break free. No good from Bledsoe.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Milwaukee leading by 14. Here's Antetokounmpo and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Fox kicks to Bagley. Back to Fox. Bagley sets a screen for Fox to the wing on the left. Bagley with the bucket.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Here's Henson, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And it's 7 points for Henson.
Defensively, you want to force Henson away from the rim, but you also have to get up on him in the mid-range.
Back to Fox. Elbow shot is on the way. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
Here's Antetokounmpo, accurate with a jumper from the elbow. Antetokounmpo's got 41.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up. And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Bucks leading by 13. Bledsoe kicks to Zeller. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Picked by Zeller. Henson dishes to Antetokounmpo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Scal Labissiere, Brent, a slender 6'11", adjusting to the physicality of the NBA always is a challenge for these players.
I remember one scout saying he gets pushed around by guys who get pushed around. And that's something he's trying to work on. A better base, maybe a little more well-rooted, so that he can maintain and hold his position. But his NBA rebounding numbers have been pretty solid.
That free throw missing. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Bogdanovich comes in for Bielitsa. Good on the second free throw. There are a lot of guys that can just blow right by you. They turn on the jets, and they're as quick as a hiccup. And there are some guys with that quick first step that they're a blur.
I love watching Damian Lillard in Portland when it is that he has one of those. Most of the games he has it going, but one of those games where he's really got it going. And the way that he can get around a pick and get into the hoop. Damian Lillard, explosive. Put Kyrie Irving, put John Wall's blazing speed on that list. At sometimes Goran Dragic, the way he weasels into a lane, and I mean that in a good way, finishing off.
No, I like that word. That's a good word.
He's fantastic. So we have tremendous explosive point guards who get the job done.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
Well, if you can use your speed on offense, why not use it on defense? Eric Bledsoe with the quick hands to swat that shot back.
Antetokounmpo against Bogdanovich. There's the feed to Bagley. And stolen by Ilyasova. And even 3-on-3 break. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Fires top of the key. Milwaukee with the rebound. Benson's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Bledsoe. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Bogdanovich against Antetokounmpo. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley.
Like the effort right now. Henson's greatest talent, short of shot blocking, is that he can get in there and contest.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. And Ilyasova kicks to Henson. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Inside. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Passes it to Hield. Down low. Fox. Here's Cauley-Stein. That's tipped. They get it back. Yep, that one goes in there.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
To the inside, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And when Ilyasova gets in at the rim, the only thing that's on his mind is how he can finish on a play like that.
Now Bagley. Back to Hield. Hands it from downtown. Hield's got 22 points.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Henson dishes to Middleton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Chris Middleton has worked his way back and come a long way. The former second-round pick becoming a consistent starter in the league. Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. He can be devastating from there.
And the first one drops. And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers. And the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage. Now, you wonder how much of the Kings' scoring struggles are really self-inflicted. Either guys sped up on possessions or trying to make too much happen on their own. Last season, the league's 3rd best shooting percentage from long range, but they were bottom 3 in terms of their 3-point attempts.
Bagley kicks to Hield. Shot clock at 6. Cauley-Stein a screen. Bogdanovich a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. And the Kings last season playing the league's slowest pace. Brent, does that surprise you given their youth and athleticism?
Well, it does if I look at their draft pick in De'Aaron Fox, who might be one of the fastest players in the game. So maybe something that they address this year is trying to speed up play just a little bit. It's a no-brainer to get Fox out in the open court.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Hield. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 44.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Cauley-Stein a screen. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
And the ability to drive and get to the rim is one of the reasons why Buddy Hield rarely has an off night. Even if his shot isn't going in, he can take it to the rack to find some points.
Pass to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Cauley-Stein a screen. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. He feeds it to Bagley, and stolen by Ilyasova. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Marvin Bagley picks one up. Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, a bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
Here's Hield. Again, Sacramento.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Blocked in the pass to Ilyasova. Middleton up top. That's tipped. Henson against Cauley Stein. Got that one up quick. Now just a 3-point Bucks lead. And the Kings looking to develop their young players. Coach Yeager with a deep rotation.
Well, last season it was interesting. If you look at the minutes totals, there was no player that played more than 28 minutes a game. So a multitude of players getting tons of opportunities. And they added some veterans in the locker room to try to help those guys along and provide some mentorship.
Gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. He's off on the second.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
And that one, good.
Well, Hield has been in these spots before and soaking up the moment here.
And the double up Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Bogdanovich. For the finish. And finished off by Bagley.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
And the double up Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Bagley kicks to Bogdanovich. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Milwaukee's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Hield against Middleton. Hield kicks to Bagley. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here we go, one-on-one. Yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
This is why you got to love where Giannis is in the young part of his career, willing to drain a crucial shot for his ball club.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Hield. Bagley sends a screen for Hield.
No escaping the outstretched arms of Ilyasova on that play. At every turn, he was right there and defended it well.
Inside, Fox with the steal. Here's Bagley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 3. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
.36 seconds left in the game. Healed against Middleton. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein, and that's an intentional foul.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball. I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Gentlemen, two shots. Loose shot.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I like the fact that he took his time at the line and simply did what he does, practice his routine and seal it.
Bogdanovich sinks it, and that shot brings them to within just 1.
Now Bogdanovich gutsy with that one.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're ahead by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Gentlemen, two shots. Loose shot.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Brooke, congrats on the win. The bench was huge tonight. How big were they?
You know, we have such a great starting unit, and I think our second unit gets overlooked a lot. You know, they come in, I honestly think they're better than a lot of the first units of the league.
Well, you all helped win the game tonight, Brooke. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.